Shosho, my bra.
Yes, brother, how are you?
I'm great, great. And you, bra?
Yeah, good, good. Recording in progress. Did you start recording?
Sorry? Are you connected? Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen and it says recording in progress. So you're recording, right?
Yes, yes. I just wanted to record actually this session for the first time.
You're right, man. Next time you send it to me after classes.
Okay, so you can still see the screen.
I see your Forex bet screen here, man.
Okay. I just want to go looking for my demo, the one I opened the other day. We were analyzing the meter quotes. Let me see. Yeah, this is the one, I think. Okay, yes. So you can see the chart. You can see it.
I can see it.
Okay. Oh, okay. According to what you sent me, there's other EFT brokerage firm which you sent me. I couldn't really understand that app.
What?
I couldn't understand the app they use. You remember the brokerage company of EFTs, the stocks, whatever. Yes, I managed to download everything, but I couldn't really navigate their platform.
Their platform.
Yes.
So what would you need to know? Because I could help you because I have used it since it's now a year. I'm now based at it too.
That
maybe
means,
you haven't opened an account yet, because for them to give you a margin account, you gotta open up an account with them. They verify you, and you know, it's your thing. Everything they try to be so verifying all the time.
I get it. So it will be for some other day.
Once you verify, you deposit $500 in a live account. They give you margin. They give you that what do they call it? Fake money.
Okay, the credits.
Yeah, paper money to practice on.
Okay, I get it. So it will be for another day, I think, when we have time.
Yes, it will be for another day, not for today.
Yes. So
but if we can be using mine too, if you wanna do some practice, we can be using mine, and you share. I open mine, you share it here, and you see what is going on. If you like it, then you go for it.
And it will be so much helpful, because I just want us to be analyzing also actually stocks on the very same platform that you're using, so that it can be easier for you to save. Actually, it will be so effective for you to analyze on the same platform that you trade on.
Yes.
So like I said, the website, maybe it will be for some other day. So I think we should proceed with our MetaTrader 5 for now.
Yes.
So basically, I don't know which pair do you want us. What basically do you want us to talk about?
You know, when you practice two pairs in Forex, which are different, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find a way around the other pairs too. Let's continue with our pairs and see what it performed last time.
Okay, it's actually we talked about two different pairs, two opposite pairs, EURUSD and Swiss franc. They are totally opposite in their way of movement. So I'm trying to open up. It's like it's not really loading. It's okay. It's trying to load now. It's fine. Nice. So we talked about Euro, like the way we our approach was, we looked at daily, remember?
Yeah.
And we looked at the break of structure at daily. It was actually the first break of structure at daily, which we called a church. Yes, if it's on daily, this will be our first break of structure, which we called a church.
Yeah.
Okay. And we saw that before the break of structure, we saw that we had a dealing range before the price broke its structure. So this was our daily dealing range before the structure was broken. So the structure it came to be broken, and what we saw a break and retest. You remember?
Yes.
That wherever price breaks a certain level, a certain key level, it always comes back to retest.
Yes.
So this is actually what we noticed, the break and retest. ICT approach, we call it RTO, whereby when price breaks, actually it comes back to retest the order block, which influenced the break, which caused the break of structure.
Yeah.
But in this case, on our daily order block, we didn't have any retest. You didn't see the price tapping that order block, but there was a retest around that same zone, which the break of structure was.
Yeah.
Yes. So this was our daily, and you can see the daily order block, which influenced the break of structure, which was a church, which I can call a church, a daily church. Yes. So this is break and retest. So if price maybe had managed to come back and tap this order block, this daily order block, we would call it a retest, a RTO, return to order block.
Yeah.
But in this case, it didn't tap that order block. So it came and retested the zone which actually got broken. So here we have what we call the invisible order block. There was an order block here. We can only see it when we scale it to lower time frame. We can see there was the order block, it retested it there. So let's go to 1 hour. Let me see on 4 hour. We don't have the order block there. 1 hour, I'm sure we have the order block, it retested. So actually there was no order block. It's just retesting the level.
Yeah.
The break of structure, which we named as a church. That's actually where price retested. So we back on 4 hour from daily, you see?
Yeah.
On daily, we see break and retest. So according to the way you see, what's the market structure for EURUSD? How do you see it? Are we buying or are we selling?
To me, I still feel it has failed to take out the previous high on the buy side.
It took out, the previous high. This was the previous high we had, you see, on the daily, you see?
On a daily?
Yeah, so it took it out to confirm a change of character.
When you go to 4 hour,
okay,
go back to 4 hour.
Okay, let me go to 4 hour. We see. Oh, this is
what I'm saying is about it's a kind of head and shoulder. Do you see head and shoulder
here
on 4 hour? No, on the
here. Inverse
that's what
head
I'm
and shoulder.
looking at.
Exactly. Yes.
Because it looks like it has failed to take the head out and it may be coming down.
Okay.
To me.
According, I can see, I guess what you're talking about, because we have our key level here, which was created.
Yeah.
Which we call our right shoulder, in that case, the way you've explained.
Yeah.
And also we have our key level here, on which we called our left shoulder. Ne?
The left shoulder is here. Keep coming. No. Go on the side, on the left. Go on the left. No, on the right, actually. On the right.
So I talked about, okay, fine. I talked about the right one, this one, eh?
Yeah.
So this is the head.
Yeah. No. The head is here. Where there's no, the head is out. You have to keep taking up. Take up. Take the
so is it an inverse head and shoulder, or it's okay? You're talking about the normal head and shoulder.
Yeah, that's.
You're talking
I don't know if it's true though. But
okay, you're talking about this, definitely.
That yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I
don't know if it's right though.
I thought maybe you were talking about this, the inverse, which looks like the inverse head and shoulder, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, according to the approach that we saw, actually, EURUSD broke the daily structure. It formed a church on daily.
Yeah.
It signifies to us that actually there is tendency for bulls to win, to be in control. Because when we see daily, this was the previous swing high, which was a lower high, which we were waiting for price to take it out. You see it?
They took it out, yes.
It took it out and it came back to retest.
To retest it.
That retest confirms what we call the bullish momentum.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're shifting from the bearish
to bullish.
To bullish. From the bearish, we're shifting from bearish to bullish because of the what? The first break of structure. We call a what? We call a change of character, a church, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So there is what we call the intent, shift in momentum. When the trend change from one phase to the other, like from bearish to bullish. What confirms the change of trend is the first break of structure, which is a church. You see the church?
Yeah.
And wherever you see break of structure, a church, there's always like a retest. So let's go to 4 hour. Let's go back to 4 hour. You can see.
Yeah, so you can delete that.
Let me delete this. So all this move that you see after the break of structure, you see, let me even put edit the arrows to be more white, I think. So what you see here, a break of structure on 4 hour, we saw a series of breaks of structure as the bulls became in control.
Yeah.
So I just want to be marking the couple of possible break of structure which we saw when the market was rallying.
Yeah.
So that I can name them also as well. Then we see how we're gonna correct everything that we maybe. Okay, this is BOS. You see a couple of break of structures.
Yes.
Which I'm trying to name. So we have our breaks of structure are indicated, and you saw that wherever the market breaks structure, you see, breaks any key level. Those key level are levels where the market actually manages to break structures. Wherever you see break of structure, we always see a returned order block, a retest. In price action, we call it a retest. So this was our order block first.
Yeah.
When the market broke this structure. So that's why you saw what a RT or a retest. It came back to retest before continuing to buy, right?
Yeah.
But the funny case is when the market actually broke the last structure, coming back to retest, it failed to make a new higher high.
Yes.
Yes. The reason why failing to make a new higher high, it signifies that there's some kind of, it took out this most recent low. You can see the low it took out. This one, the lower low. It failed to continue to make a new higher high. So let me mark the level of break of. Okay, actually, you see this level marking here.
Yeah.
It failed actually to continue to make to take out this
a new high.
A new
break
high
out that a previous high.
Exactly. So rather it came out and took out this higher low. So definitely it shows actually some kind of a resistance, some kind of reversal.
Yeah.
Yes. So this we call actually is also break of structure to the downward. It's not a church. Yeah, this is a break of structure. A church, I would call it a church at this level. A church, I would say that it would be a church when it broke this level. So it's changing. Okay. You were right the way you said that it's changing from, according to the way I see, it's changing from, it's now changing from bullish to what? To bearish. So let me name this as a church. Okay, this is okay, fine. So it took out this previous higher low. You see it?
Yes.
This higher low. And it created this higher low, and it created a break of structure. So this was our church on our ILO. Okay, let me see. This is our church. So let me just mark it. The first break of structure is our church.
Change of character.
Exactly. You see, wherever the market price makes the first break of structure, takes out the recent low or the recent high, it's always a church. But this one, we couldn't call it a church. It's a break of structure. The first break of structure, as you see, after the church.
First break of the structure on a bearish side.
On a bearish side. And you remember, wherever you see the first break, the break of structure, we always have what we call a RT or a retest, break and retest, right? So do you see what the market did?
It did not retest, the actual continued the up.
Okay, let's talk about the first break of structure, which we call a church. You see this, the first low, the first higher low is took out, which I have named a church. You see the church?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to see, do you see that the market broke it and went back to retest before continuing to sell?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just want to mark the order block, the last green candle where price went back to retest. So that was our last candle, which influenced, which created this church, which break of structure, which we call a church, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So after breaking the structure, confirming a church, we saw what we call a return, a retest.
Yeah.
Though we didn't actually, price didn't exactly tap that order block, but it tapped the area near the order block. You see?
Actually, retest.
A retesting. So afterwards, you saw that entries were where? Where should we take our sell entries? Here.
Yeah.
At the return. We would sell here, right? And we continue to see price continuing to create another break of structure, which we see here.
Yeah.
So wherever you see a break of structure, we always have to expect the retest, a return order block, right?
Yes.
You see the first one that it didn't tap the order block, the first one, the first break of structure.
Yes.
So there is what we call a void, which was here. As I promised you, we're gonna talk about it as we go forward. So when it created the second break of structure, price was forced to fill that void.
Yes.
That's why it came back and tapped the order block. And the order block it tapped almost 50% of the order block. Yeah. If you put a Fibonacci on that green candle, in the middle, that's actually the institutional level, wherever price actually taps big candles or big order blocks, it only confirms, it only taps the 50% in the middle of that candle.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a reason why this was an RTO now. It was the confirmed RTO. A return to what?
To order block.
Exactly. So we always wait for the RTOs to take entries. It's the reason people now again made a re-entry here again.
For sale.
For sale. So we're expecting actually the price to keep dropping. Okay, let me just show you something here. Definitely, we have the intent of the trend changing from what? From bullish to bearish. Back to bearish, as you can see, right?
Yeah.
And you can see the trend line I have drawn here. I've drawn a trend line that you can see. Can you see this trend line I've drawn?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because it's showing us a range. The time the market was buying. Do you see another trend and that I've also drawn up?
Yes.
So what would you see here? Which in price action?
That's a bearish flag.
Okay, nice. You can call it a bearish flag, or you can call it a rising wedge. Bearish flag.
Rising wedge.
Yes, bearish flag. They are continuation patterns, right? Yes, they always form in the middle of the trend, a prevailing trend. So since we've already changed from what? From bullish to bearish, as you can see, the momentum shift, we've been having a couple of break of structure on the bearish side, which means we are already on a bearish side of the trend.
Yeah.
That means now this flag is just a correction. You understand when we talk about a correction, a retracement.
Yes.
A RTO. So meaning we're expecting price to continue to drop further down.
Okay.
To this order block.
To the daily BOS?
Exactly. To the daily BS, you got it right. Since price never came back to retest, so there's a lot of liquidity here. We're gonna talk about we have a lot of liquidity here. Liquidity, actually, you know what it means, stop losses and whatsoever. We have relative equal lows here. It's a relative equal low. There's a liquidity where you see the break of structure level. And we will also have what we call trend line liquidity here, which has to be taken out.
Yeah.
So wherever you see the trend line, there is always actually a liquidity lying within. So we have the liquidity, we call it trend line liquidity here.
Yeah.
Whereby it has to be swept. On Monday, when the market open up, definitely we're just gonna be waiting for the confirmation. And the confirmation, okay, I'm coming to 1 hour. We are on 1 hour time frame now.
Yeah.
A confirmation, you see it by the what? The first break of structure that we call a what? A church. So the first break of structure, which we on 1 hour time frame, you can see it. You see what I'm marking?
Yeah.
I've scaled on 1 hour to 1 hour time frame. You can see what I've marked.
Yeah.
So this was our previous low. Though I would explain to you furthermore as time goes back. I can't call this the first break of structure as a church. This one is a break of structure, but this one is a church because this was our previous swing low. You see this one?
Yeah.
This low, it was our previous swing low when the market was still bullish. So when price comes and takes out this previous swing low, it confirms a church. So I would call this a church. So another thing which you're gonna be confused of is what? A supply demand flip. This is a flip. The first break of structure which you see, we call it a flip. And it's always a break of structure. We don't name it as a church. So as time goes by, we'll be talking about also the difference between a church and a flip. So a church is when price takes out the most, the previous swing high or swing low. So this was our previous swing low that we had. You see it?
Yeah.
It was our higher low, which we had, higher low. So wherever you see price coming back and taking it out, it shows us that that's a church.
Okay.
Yeah, so on 1 hour, you definitely see our break of structure, right? This is it was our break of structure we saw. Our first break of our break of structure after the church. You saw it, you see it. So we're gonna name it. This was our first break of structure. If we happen to be naming it. So you see the break of structure.
Yeah, but it tested it. It actually tapped out on it. You haven't gone through that.
So do you know? Okay, let's also mark the order blocks on 1 hour. Which this is the first order block which we had. Okay, let's first talk about the first break of structure after forming a church. You see that after forming the church, there was a break of structure and we saw a retest.
Yes.
So that's what we call a return to the what? A return to what?
To order block.
Exactly. This is a return order block. You can see it came straight to 50% of the order block. You can see the 50% of the order block. This green candle is the last green candle before the bearish one. So 50%, you can still put a Fibonacci. You can see that it price retested 50%. You see 50%. Exactly. You see it. Definitely. Yeah. So you always wait. You see, we talked about the approach of entry, the confirmation entry, that we always wait for the market to do what? If we're taking entries,
it has to return.
To return, that's a break and retest price action.
Yeah.
So people took sales here. Yes, took sales there. So we understand the scenario that we are about to break this structure, this rising wedge, or this bearish flag.
Okay.
We're only waiting for the what? For the confirmation. A confirmation, you always know what to do. We always wait for the return, right?
Yeah. The return to the order block.
Yes. So let me go to 15 minutes so that we can see much clearer. We can elaborate more. On 15 minutes, we saw the most recent break of structure on 15 minutes. You see, the most recent break of structure is this one on 15 minutes. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So let's assume that we're making entries on 15 minutes because that's the time frame of 5 minutes or 1 minute, lower time frame.
Yeah.
So we definitely have to go to 15 minutes. We wait for the same, we use the same approach we use on higher time frame. Since on higher time frame, we saw that the market is bearish. It has changed from bullish to bearish. On 15, we have to be anticipating on that, or we have to be having the same anticipation.
Yeah.
So you see the order block which created the break of structure in 15. You see this big candle?
Yeah.
It's the order block which created the break of structure, which I marked. You see it?
Yeah.
So basically, the approach we have, this is the break of structure. We would wait for the market to make a what?
Return to the return
to the order block. It can choose the 50% of the order block, which is always in the middle. If I put the Fibonacci, it can choose to make a return in the middle, definitely in the middle. Let me even mark it with a yellow line. Or it can choose, first of all, to return to the order block, which is up, which is up, which I'm gonna show
100%.
you. We have also this order block. You see this other order block that we have?
Yeah.
Let me mark it. Because we have what we call a liquidity void in between. So this is the other order block that we have. You see this red candle, this last green candle on top.
Okay.
And we have also the second order block. So price also might choose to return, to make a return to the order block of origin where the sale started from.
Yeah.
Yes. So it can choose to return to order blocks within the supply area. So we're gonna, for that, let's just place a Fibonacci so that we can see. So a Fibonacci, we're gonna be using this swing, this one to this swing, so that we can see the valid order block the market is likely to return to. So this is the Fibonacci. You can see. Last time we talked about choosing the right order blocks. So if we're selling, which order blocks are we supposed to choose? Order blocks above 50 or below 50 if we're selling?
Could go with a 50.
Okay, they should be above 50 since we're selling. That's what we call premium area, the supply area, right?
Yeah.
So price is likely to return above 50 to this order block, almost 50% in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50% of the order block, it means in the middle of the order block. This is the yellow line here. So price is likely to first make a narrative of a return here before continuing to do what? To sell, right?
Sell.
To sell, yes. So we always have to mark the valid order blocks. We always have to know the demand zone and the supply zone. So order blocks, if we're selling, like we in the downtrend, we're preparing to sell. We should use our Fibonacci tool so that we can mark the order blocks. We can consider order blocks about 50%. That 50%, we call it the equilibrium level.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand the meaning of equilibrium?
Yes.
When sellers and buyers are the same,
they are the same level.
They are competing already. Yes, no one has won yet. Price is at equilibrium, right? No decision yet taken. So for this case of EURUSD, we're expecting a RTO, a return. The reason why we're expecting a return, because we currently we are in the range, as you can see. We are in a range. This is the range. Wherever you see the range.
Yes.
A range is just accumulation. So there have been the institutions have been accumulating orders, collecting orders from both sides. You understand?
Yes.
When these people, banks collect orders from both sides, they keep taking taking liquidity from the top of the range and from the bottom of the range, taking out stop losses from top, stop losses from the bottom. Yes, that's what we call accumulating order. They're still making money here. So we're expecting a breakout, because already a breakout is going to be influenced by the liquidity existence. There's liquidity here on top of the range. Liquidity, you know, is stop losses, right? And we have another liquidity level here. We have this high. You see this high, this previous lower high. There are also stop losses there, because some people also use white stop losses. So there are also stop losses there. So the funny thing, these people, their aim, the banks, the institution, their aim is first to take out people's stop losses. That's what we call manipulation. It will first manipulate. It's like it will be buying, taking out people's stop losses before doing what?
Selling.
Exactly. That's what yes. So this is our anticipation is a sell according to today and today market structure, the intent. So the minutes are finished. I think let me buy more other minutes so that we can do a completion on this.
Okay.
Yes, yes, bro. Yeah, it's finished long time. So let me buy. It's not yet finished. You still on?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think maybe a few minutes gonna end. Maybe 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, that's all I wanted to show you. But I don't know if you keep reviewing this video that I've recorded.
Yeah, I will review this video.
Every time we can keep repeating the same thing. Wherever you feel, you keep letting me know, bro, so that we can understand. So your anticipation was right. You told me that head and shoulder on 4 hour.
Yeah.
Of which it's clear. This is the left shoulder.
Yeah.
This is the head and this is the right shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I could call this the QML, the Quasimodo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Quasimodo. It's also a pattern which looks like the head and shoulder. Yes, yes. So basically, let's see. We talked about we expecting price to drop all the way here.
Daily, yes.
Yes, yes, that's our expectancy because we saw the intent. Since it broke this, it took out the most recent low.
Yeah.
The low, you see the low which we had on a bullish trend.
Yeah. Yes.
So that made the trend to change from bullish to bearish. A church is confirmed when the trend decides to change. So it gives us a confirmation of a church. Change of character means change of the trend.
Yeah.
So we know we're clear about that, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So this is our POI, our target.
For daily.
Yeah, daily. Is this order block?
Yeah.
Yes, this will be our target. This is our order block. So price is likely to drop all our way, clearing all this liquidity. This relative loss and also this trend line liquidity.
Yeah.
Clearing it off, yes. So Monday, Tuesday, definitely we're gonna be seeing a drop.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna also look at USD Swiss.
Yeah.
So that we compare it because it's the opposite pair, opposite to this. We left with 3 minutes, but we can still start on the USD Swiss.
Is it also going to be recorded?
It's not recorded since that recording stopped. I think so. Okay. Recording stopped. My app only gives me that. Is it 30 minutes? The recording app stopped.
Okay.
So let's go to Swiss. Start from daily. We left with 2 minutes.
4 minutes?
2. On a daily, last week, the first time we started, we looked at the breakup structure on daily.
Yeah.
Yes. Breakup structure on daily. And we continue to see there was another breakup structure where price actually reached. Let me just name it. The time has finished. I have to buy more time. So I'm just marking the daily only, then we're gonna proceed and we record our next session talking about Swiss. Yeah, this is our Swiss franc. Swiss is still in the consolidation. Okay. It's 1 minute remaining. So this is the consolidation Swiss we saw on Swiss. But on Euro USD, let me see if it broke out from the consolidation. Euro is also still in the consolidation, as you see. Just like Swiss. We haven't seen a breakout yet, right? So it's gonna happen on Monday. Yes. So let me schedule another meeting. It's only 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, let me schedule another meeting. God. Okay. Yeah. Okay.